Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So about a week ago, I did a video where I was talking about this book I just picked up, Programming Games for the Intellivision, and I said I'd give a little bit of an update to see where my progress was. So I went through this book, I started from the beginning and learned how to get the software going on my computer, the compiler and all that stuff. Now, I do have to note that this book was made quite a couple years ago. So unfortunately, some of the stuff at the very beginning, I had to kind of work around because there was new stuff that's come out since this book has been made. And so I actually ended up contacting the author, Oscar Toledo G, and he gave me some helpful tips to get up and running. And once I was done there, I started to go through the book, and it was very helpful actually, as far as like getting started and starting off with your very first few programs, which I did. I typed out a couple of programs, ran them, was able to try them out, and then I spent some time just kind of going through the book and deciphering what a lot of this code meant. Now, obviously, if you don't have any experience in basic programming, and you've never programmed in your life, it's going to take you a little bit more time to understand what's going on. But anyways, so once I started to get a feel for what you can do, I decided to start experimenting, and I ended up putting together a small little game. Now, one of the best methods to actually learn how to program is to start emulating other games that already exist, because then you kind of know what to look for. You don't have to worry about the design process. It's more about getting it to work. And so this game that I put together, I don't really have a title. I just called it Boom because it was a name that, it was part of the program that I put in there to simulate the bomb exploding. But anyways, I was going for like the game Kaboom on the Atari 2600. But I was also thinking about a game that was based also on Kaboom from the Commodore 64 that I ended up typing out from a magazine called Kablam. Which is the same concept where you got a bomber on the top, he's dropping bombs into a bucket. So anyways, let's get to showing this off now. So I started off, I have a home screen, I guess you want to call it that, your welcome page, whatever you want to say at the beginning, and it says Brian's Man Cave presents Boom. So obviously that's just very bare bones right now, but at least it's something, it's a title screen. And so when I click on the when I start the game, I just have to hit any button, and there we go. We have our little mad bomber guy at the top there. Now he's holding on to a white bomb. Again, it's still in early stages of this game, so I don't know if that's exactly how I'm going to want the bomber guy to look like, but that's what I got so far. And down there's the little bucket at the bottom. It's a little green bucket. Now, obviously, if you're comparing this to Kaboom on the Atari 2600, it's 3 buckets. So I don't know if I'm going to want to go to that course or if I'm just going to stick with the 1 bucket. And but yeah, so at the top there I have a 0. That is your score, which I'm still working on. It's not perfect the way it works, but hey, it's at least it's doing what it has to do. And then on the other side, you see the 3 there. That's the amount of lives we have. So I'm going to start the game. I just have to hit a button, and there you go. He starts dropping the bombs. And then, boom! That's what I was talking about, where I just kind of left that as the name of the game. Most likely I'll change that. And in fact, it would be fun if people want to throw in some suggestions on what I could call this, other than saying Kaboom. But what just happened there, you saw that the bomb dropped, and it was just a single bomb. So you see it's just 1 bomb dropping. I even went to the little bit of a detail to show the bomb little wick thing moving. You'll actually see it moving, and that's it. But the problem is also that he's only dropping 1 bomb at a time, which makes this game very easy. I mean, it's not easy right now because the speed of the bucket is not very fast, which I will be speeding up. So that's just another thing that I'm going to have to work on, and yeah, figuring out how to go to a nice smooth transition to restart the game. Various little things like that. But my plan is obviously to have them start dropping more bombs, and then just to figure out how to change levels, essentially, that once you capture, say, a certain number of bombs, you move to the next level. And then, of course, you'll move faster, and then faster and faster. And then, essentially, it'll be almost like a clone of Kaboom. Now, obviously, I could try and do some other, cool things. And I was actually starting to think of that, like, maybe have something else that he can drop that you're not supposed to catch, just to add a little bit of a difference to the game. Of course, the graphics, I'm still working on some of the graphics too, some fine-tuning. When I start to learn how to make, better looking graphics, there's just different things you could do. I'm probably going to work on some more sound effects too, which is another thing I'm just learning. In this book, there's actually, like, he goes chapter by chapter of starting off with a very simple program and then moving into, like, the more advanced programs. Like I said in my first video, he's got like a, if I could show that there, is it on the screen there? He's got like a Donkey Kong style game. So you can actually, like, go through the code and figure out what he did to make that work. Now, obviously, this game that I made is very simple. You just got the moving object at the top, you got the moving object at the bottom, and probably the hardest part of me programming this was figuring out how to get him to drop a bomb at a random point in time when he's moving, and then just to make the bomb go straight down. So it was a little bit of work, but after a while of thinking about it, redoing it, trying all different kinds of code, I eventually got it to work. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is, this is neat for what it is. It's a very simple game, and yeah, it'd be fun to keep going, and definitely going to update you if I do any more changes to this and my progress on this. But I thought it'd be fun to do a video just talking about it, because I'm sure some people are kind of interested in this type of stuff, and it'd be interesting to hear what you got to say and what ideas you could throw at me. Maybe I could expand this one, or when I start to work on a second program, what I could do. Because I figure the best way to learn how to program is to start making games. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Again, you can check out, if you're interested in this book, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Lulu. There's an ebook you can get, I believe. And he also has an advanced book, which I'll probably end up picking up when I'm done with this one, which is a lot thicker and has a lot more stuff in there. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Throw some comments down below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later. Game over.